Oh, Kazuma. Your cell phone.
Ah, thanks.
Shinji left a message. See what he wants.
You have one message.
Aniki, it's Shinji. I just heard this from one of Nishiki's guys. Apparently, every move you've been making, he knows about. Someone close to you's been leaking information. Watch your back.
Date. Take us to Kage's.
Hey, Kazuma! You're not dead! What's the matter?
I got a favor to ask.
What's on your mind, Kazuma?
I should have put the pieces together a lot earlier. When I was at Utabori's, Nishiki called up asking for me. He knew about every move I was making.
I see.
Also, if the corpse wasn't Mizuki, how did he know about the pendant? Yumi is missing. Haruka and Nishiki had never met each other. If that's the case...
Here it is, Kazuma. The video from Serena.
Rewind to 4 days ago.
What is this?
There. Play from there.
I'm gonna step out for a bit.
Be careful. Yes, Kazuma just left. Something about a tattoo artist. Yeah, Utabori. All right. I got it. Bye.
It was Reina.
No. It can't be.
Kazuma. Just before you got here, a woman came by looking for Haruka.
Yeah?
That's the woman.
Date? Let's move. We're going to Serena.
Greetings and welcome back to Yakuza. Now, as we have just learned, our longtime friend and confidant Reina has apparently betrayed us and has been informing Nishiki of our whereabouts and our actions. But let's see if this letter makes things any clearer.
Dear Kazuma, if you're reading this letter, then you probably already know. It's true. I was Nishiki's informant. I betrayed you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I've always loved Nishiki. I just wanted him to be happy with me. That's why I did everything. To make him happy. I would have done anything to make his hopes and desires come true. I knew what I was doing was wrong, but I went along and did it anyway. I was such a fool. But then, when I saw you with Haruka, I remembered something important, something I'd forgotten. It's too late now, though. I'm going to take responsibility for my actions. In my own way.
Reina.
Aniki.
Shinji. What happened?
It was Reina. She's the one who's been betraying you all along.
Yeah. I just found out.
Reina invited Nishiki Oyabun to Serena and tried to shoot him.
What?
She's with me now. We're trying to get away.
Shinji, where are you at?
I'm not too sure. I see the Millennium Tower in Purgatory.
Shinji, stay right there. Don't move. And whatever you do, don't die.
So it would seem that things are kinda kicking into overdrive at this point. Now, Reina has... Well, she has, of course, confessed that she was the one who betrayed us.
Yeah.
But it appears that she... Well, she got second thoughts and decided to make up for what she has done and tried to kill Nishiki herself. And that did not seem to quite go to plan. And now she is apparently on the run with Shinji, who just contacted us. And judging from all these bloodstains, things are not going well for anyone involved. So obviously our next order of business is to find these two and hope that we can find them without them dying or before they die, but that is a lot of blood. And so this bum here is talking about the Nishiki family members chasing after Reina and being led by an officer called Arase, who apparently has a thing for guns. And yet another bloodstain. Yeah, there is a lot of these around the city. And we are kinda supposed to follow the trail and then talk to these NPCs to find out hints and clues about where Shinji and Reina might have been going. Now let's just look at the map. The hotel district was mentioned, and in the hotel district we now have this multi-purpose complex on this map. This giant white or light blue building that was not there before. So that may or may not be where we are going. But before we get to that, we have to beat up this idiot. Yeah, we got some more Nishiki family gangsters to contend with. And these guys are all the boxer type enemies, so this is going to be kind of annoying because these idiots will just... Well, they will just keep dodging all over the place and we just completely screwed up. Screwed up there, pressing the wrong button. Now, I kinda want to try out the finishing hold that we learned last time, but I kinda misunderstood how it actually works at the time. It will still take some time before I actually figure out how that is supposed to be used, but in the meantime we'll just commence with the face and groin stomping. Well, that is what Kazuma Kiryu does best, I suppose. But yeah, these guys just keep dodging and hitting those quick jabs, and it's kind of annoying. Now the clunky targeting system of the original Yakuza is... It's usually not that big of a problem, but against these guys who are kinda light on their feet, them and the kickboxers especially, yeah, the targeting can get a little bit annoying in this. But we are almost done. Just this one guy here. And he just keeps blocking and dodging. And I am really not sure why I didn't try to stomp him at that point, because that would have taken him out. And instead we just take a couple of hits as we attempt something else, but never mind. He's down and that's what counts. Yeah, well, I would have hurried if you guys hadn't stopped me, but never mind. Now we are actually not in any kind of hurry here. We can dig around. There are actually a couple of side quests that we can do at this point. And I will show those off in a later video. Because I kind of want to keep the pacing of this video focused on the plot. But anyway, we also learn a new skill or get an upgrade that makes our heat meter drain just a bit slower. But yeah, this is where we have to go. And hold on. Well, I mean, if you go to the roof, you kinda, well, it's kinda hard to escape any pursuers unless you jump off, which is not really the optimal, well, not really that good for your health I suppose. So yeah.
Yeah, we're at the building where there used to be a famous hostess bar. Shinji's with that broad, and they ran up to the roof. Right now, I'm gathering all the people who are looking for him. You guys need to get your asses over here. What? Arase Anarchy? Fuck, this ain't good. If he shows up, this place is gonna turn into a major bloodbath. We gotta finish this shit before Anarchy gets here. Anyways, hurry the fuck up. All right then.
Hey, found him!
Don't even think about running.
And based on that whole conversation, it seems that this Arase, who is the officer of the Nishiki family who has the quote-unquote gun fetish, yeah, it appears that even the other members of the Nishiki family are kinda wary of him. Because they know that if he shows up, then things are going to go very badly for someone. And there's gonna be a big cleanup afterwards, but we don't really have time to worry about that right now. We have to get through these guys. I'm pretty sure I could have just gone up the stairs instead of coming here. I mean, there are more guys we can beat up and we can find some items scattered around. There is also a coin locker key here somewhere, which I completely miss. But yeah, as far as I could tell, a lot of this is actually optional. We've taken a couple of hits here, but that's nothing we can't deal with. Of course, there's also plenty of objects we can use lying around here. Now the one big problem, or bigger problem with this area is that the camera might get a little bit stuck on corners and whatnot, because it's well, the hallways are kinda narrow and stuff like that, so also we just kinda get stuck on these objects on the floor, but that's how it goes sometimes. Yeah, we've got that staircase that goes up, and we had the other staircase back where those guys were, so yeah, these areas can get a little bit maze-like, but yeah, as far as I could tell, you can just skip a lot of it by just going up the nearest staircase. So here on this second floor or actually third floor I think this is supposed to be, and second floor is the British style of numbering, but never mind. But anyway, the point is that we have this fat guy with the sledgehammer waiting for us. So we just gave him a little bit of a taste of his own medicine and then walked right into an ambush in a small room. Well, nothing we can't deal with our sledgehammer, of course, but yeah, the camera in these sections can be a little bit of a pain, I suppose. And also my targeting is a little bit wonky at times, but we are used to that, so no big deal. And I'm not sure, I don't think there's anything in there except for those guys, so let's just proceed forward. As soon as we can find any sort of path that we can use to proceed forward. Yeah, this appears to be a dead end. Camera, please. I guess we just go up this staircase again. And of course we have even more of Nishiki family's goons waiting for us. Let's try out this crowbar on them. See what they think of that. Probably didn't go over very well. I want to get the heat action done. There we... never mind. Yeah, I wanted to get the heat action going, but we accidentally kicked the guy who was on the floor. Yeah, the camera is really starting to become a problem in this area, but I guess it's just something that we need to deal with. And it seems like these guys decided to lock themselves in this room with us. Not really the best tactic on their part, although they can hit pretty hard. And there's a couple of bigger guys, so we might want to be a little bit careful with our grab attacks. And of course they can kinda punch us out of any, well, combos or throwing moves or whatnot. And we are losing a bit of health in here, but I mean we have plenty of healing items, so it's okay. Well, I guess they haven't had enough yet. We actually have the bulletproof vest equipped because, well, we heard that there's going to be a guy with a gun running around, so I kind of figured I might equip that instead of Haruka's necklace, which has a better defense stat. But so far we haven't really needed the bulletproof vest, so might as well get a little bit more defense. And once again, really the hardest part of this whole section is really the cramped quarters that we are in. That one had a sword. We shall relieve him of that. Well, a wooden sword, but a sword nonetheless. And we can see that that staircase was actually blocked. So we could not have gone up from the previous floor. Or we could have, but would have then been stopped by the wreckage, I think. I might as well heal up a little bit. Seems kinda quiet on this floor. Yeah, nothing special about these guys either. They're really just slowing us down. Not really being any sort of a real threat. Now obviously that's their way, there is the way forward, but before we head up, let's just see what the rest of this floor has for us. Well, a healing item is at least quite nice. Now this section would probably be a lot less annoying in the PS3 remaster because, well, in that version you can actually control the camera properly and not have to just use the centering mechanic with the left shoulder button. But anyway, we have some guys with some guns right now, so let's... Yeah, we put on the bulletproof vests and as you can see, we can block any shots that come from the front. Of course, we have 3 guys with guns behind us, so that's a little bit of a problem, but yeah. And the nice thing about the weapon or the gun guys is that they usually don't have very much health. And we have this handmade pistol now, which I guess is sort of a modified airsoft gun or whatever. And yeah, we'll just... No time to center our camera to face the enemy, so we'll just Resident Evil that shit. I'm not sure how they knocked me out of a dropkick with a single punch, but I guess he was pretty strong. I'm not sure how that guy even got hit, but whatever. Oh, this is just painful. So the blackjack can kinda stun you, as we shall demonstrate as soon as we manage to pick it up. I could have sworn that we were going to pick it up, but maybe it's later. Oh well, I guess not. I have absolutely no idea where the coin locker key is supposed to be in this area. But we have now made it onto the roof. So we should be ever so slightly closer to finding Shinji and Reina, who hopefully are still with us. And here, if you want to save time, you can just totally bypass these fights and just run to the edge and jump to the next rooftop. And there are also some healing items and such scattered around these rooftops. Although we don't really have any need for that sort of stuff right now because we are doing pretty well on healing. And that guy just completely, well, ignored the fact that he was getting shot. Had some iframes on his charge, I guess. I believe there's a guy with a gun a little bit further back. Up those stairs. As long as we are down here, we should be okay. I was trying to see if I could throw one of these guys over the railing, but it wasn't happening. And it wasn't happening there either, so whatever. I could have sworn there was a guy with a gun up those steps, but I guess not. Oh well. And here I'm trying to actually do the tiger drop, or whatever it was called in the original. But it wasn't happening, I didn't quite get the timing right, so I figured that I might as well just beat these guys up. At least we can do that counter kinda reliably. Well, there's a guy with a gun, but oh, that's a big man. Hello. That guy was almost as big as Shimano. But he's not all that dangerous, to be honest. Goes down quite easily indeed. And I think I saw a glimpse of a healing item beneath those stairs, but we don't really need it. And there's the guy with the gun on the background. I was kinda, well, getting things slightly mixed up. You could say jumping the gun, but well... Just get rid of Suda here. I actually really like the fact that all these enemies that you fight have, well, they have names. Kinda helps give the game more personality.
Stop right there.
Aniki.
Kazuma-san. Please, don't interfere.
Fuck you.
Don't come any closer. This is family business. Stay the fuck out of it.
Don't you feel ashamed pointing your gun at Shinji? Isn't he your Aniki?
He's at fault here. He disrespected the Oyabun, double-crossed the family.
Nishiki betrayed the Tojo clan. Who's the real traitor?
Shut the hell up! Our Oyabun is everything to us. You killed your Oyabun. You don't have a right to say shit!
If you want to shoot me, then do it. You have the balls to shoot Shinji, but you don't have the balls to shoot me.
What the fuck you waiting for, you dumb shit? pull the trigger and finish the fucking job.
Now these guys have just made the worst mistake of their lives. Because the last thing you ever want to do is piss off Kazuma Kiryu. So Arase, of course, befitting his status as a gun nut. Yeah, he uses his dual-wielding guns. And he can kinda do that automatic burst. And our bulletproof vest kinda breaks this fight completely. I mean, he can still get a couple of shots in here and there, but for the most part, he is pretty harmless. Now, if you want to challenge, you can do this fight without the bulletproof vest. Now, in Kiwami, the bulletproof vest is not quite as well overpowered, I suppose, as it is in the original, so you will have to dodge a bit more, but of course in that version you have the rush fighting style, so he's going to have a pretty hard time hitting you regardless.
Aniki. I'm sorry. I couldn't.
Shinji.
I asked a girl named Akami to watch after Fuma Oyabu. She's my girl.
Got it. Akami, right?
Aniki, this is for you.
Shinji. Shinji. Shinji? Shinji!